Hi, my name is Caesar and welcome to Tips for Landlords and Property Managers brought to you by fastevict.com Law Group. On today's episode, we'll cover some tips on how to deal with a burglary on your rental property. Please keep in mind that this video is for informational purposes only, and it is not intended to be legal advice. Please contact us about your specific case for a free consultation. The first thing we must understand when a landlord receives a call from a tenant whose home was just burglarized is that emotions can run high. It is important for a landlord to understand what to keep in mind both legally and personally in these cases. When the tenant calls you to report that their home was burglarized, first ensure that he or she has called 911 and remind them to stay at a safe distance from the rental property. It is important to not interfere with authorities and their investigations. Remind them to not enter the property until authorities allow them to. This avoids the possibility of disturbing any evidence or, even worse, running into the burglar. As the landlord, try to remain empathetic towards the tenant and reassure them you will do what you can to help. Next, contact neighboring tenants or other neighbors while their memories are fresh to try and gather more information that can help. It is also a good idea to mention the recent break-in so that they can remain alert. After the immediate threat has been dealt with, it is time to call insurance companies. This is one of the most important reasons to require renter's insurance. Make sure you do this as soon as possible and follow your insurance's procedures. Next, check if anything was forced or broken during the burglary. If a door was forced or a window was broken, you should fix it immediately. A landlord is responsible for providing a safe place for a tenant to live, so you should avoid further legal issues by promptly addressing any security threats. It is a good idea to go above and beyond for the peace of mind of your tenants. This would be a good time to assess security measures you have in place and improve them. You can provide security cameras, deadbolts, and window locks, motion sensor lights, and general maintenance. Next, we'll cover some of the most common questions tenants may have after their home was burglarized. Are you paying for my stolen property? Whether or not a landlord is liable for their tenants' stolen possessions from a burglary depends on the exact circumstances of the break-in under California law. In most cases, the landlord is not liable if and when he or she has practiced due diligence to keep the rental property safe. In most cases, renter's insurance will cover it, which is why your lease should contain language about this. This way, you can pull up a signed copy of your contract and point to the exact clause to avoid confusion. There are some circumstances, however, where a landlord can be liable. For example, if a tenant had made a written request to fix broken locks or windows and the landlord did not take action to attend this request, the landlord may be liable under California law. Can I break my lease and move out? There is no easy way to answer this question. Tenants often suffer trauma after their home was burglarized. You can deploy all the extra security measures in your power to try and make the tenant feel safer to no avail. A tenant can sometimes feel unsafe at the recently burglarized home, no matter your efforts. You as a landlord have two options: force the tenant to finish their lease and risk the tenant possibly bringing a lawsuit against you, arguing uninhabitable living conditions, or allowing them to leave amicably. Remember, unhappy tenants make for unhappy landlords. Can a nearby tenant break their lease and move out? It would be difficult for the tenant to legally get out of their lease. If you have any additional questions or would like to discuss your particular case, please contact us for a free consultation. Thanks for watching. Please share if you found this useful and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.